on the 4th of April, 1991.
That house up there is the one we were in first.
Say that again, John?
This house up above us, to the left and up, that's the one we first lived in when we came to Thamesmead.
Oh, now that's not where we saw you the first time.
Yep.
Yes, it is. That's where we have pictures of
Morgan
and Paul from the balcony.
That's it.
Right. That's when David and Janet were with us.
That's it.
Times.
I think you have, yeah.
I've been in this little shop here on the left. What is this historical place that's opposite the station up here on the side of the hill? You told me about that one time. Something.
Well, it's not exactly opposite the station. Over to the right, about half a mile away. There's the ruins of Lesnies Abbey, which is one of the penitential abbeys from the King, Queen Margaret or something, founded to atone for something she'd done wrong.
Look at that beautiful field of flowers down there.
Yep.
And what are they? Those
daffodils.
Are daffodils? Well, you know, our daffodils are out now. I love the way they planted those all in a
yes,
bunch.
So do I.
It looks like somebody went in there and sowed daffodils.
Yep. It's a pity you never saw the house in Glencuriog in the spring, because that used to have maybe 4,000 daffodils around it.
Really?
All different kinds. Daffodils and narcissi.
And I never did see it in the spring, did I?
No.
It was in the summertime. That was back in my working days.
Really ran the country up until the 18th century and owned most of it.
They don't today, though. It's
don't run it today, but the Duke of Westminster still owns masses and masses and masses and masses. And you're talking 4 or 5 billion, his personal estate.
Well, he must be one of the wealthiest people in the world then when you get into
yes,
the
he's the wealthiest person after the Queen in Britain. But she is fantastically wealthy now. She's made an awful lot of money in the last 15, 20 years. So I've heard.
Dartford Tunnel.
Yeah, we're not going that far.
We're not going that far. We've been through that, though.
You must have been with someone else when you went through that. Not been through with me.
That Black Prince, that's an interesting looking...
It's a 1930s roadhouse, as they used to call it.
Did they build that back in the 30s? Or,
yes, they built it. Been built about 1930, 35, something like that.
Right.
That size and style of pub was very popular.
But back then you didn't have all these M roads, did you? I mean, this would have
yes, but it was. This is the Dover Road, nonetheless. You know, and they were popular when cars became popular with the well-to-do, and the middle classes had plenty of cars and so on. The young men used to drive out their girlfriends out to the pubs in the evenings, and they had big car parks and big rooms where they could have sort of thé dansants and the like. You know. They called them roadhouses because they depended on the motor traffic to provide them with their custom.
It's about, let's see, the time now is actually it's just 4 o'clock.
Getting close, yes.
3:54. That looks like a water tower of some kind over there on the right, or a fire tower.
Might
see that up there?
Yeah, it won't be a fire tower. It might be a water tower, or it might be on the mental hospital. I'm not sure. You know, I've no idea.
Looks like we're caught in a London traffic jam, doesn't it? Do you think there's just something?
This is the tailback for the Dartford Tunnel.
An interesting scene on the hill there, the towers.
Yes, I think the big building over there is the old workhouse. Probably a mental hospital after that. That's usually what happened.
Now, a workhouse is where they sent people who had were guilty of misdemeanors.
No, it's where they sent the poor, punished them for not having enough money.
Well, for not paying their rent, and
no, just for not having enough money.
Oh, that's ridiculous. What does that mean?
Well, if you had nothing, then their idea of poor relief was to make sure that nobody went poor on purpose. Was they put them to work on non-work, useless work, paid them a pittance, so they couldn't save to get out of it. It's like Oliver Twist. That's set in a workhouse.
Right. The grass is so beautifully green right now.
Yes, it is.
And ours is just coming in now, from the winter. But we had very mild winter in Virginia, John.
Yeah.
This year, very mild.
Oh, you know what I was saying about this place, Cheltenham, where they had this black candidate standing? I don't know, we got diverted. The thing is, the Conservatives put up this black lawyer to be their candidate, but they were so determined they were going to have him that they bent their own rules in order to get him in there. They had a short list of 1 for selection. So the local members, a lot of the local people, got very upset and uptight about it. And refused to have anything to do with him. And there was an attempt to overthrow the selection and so on, so they got a lot of very bad publicity over it. I mean, eventually the selection was confirmed, but it was not what you'd call a smooth operation. Well, I suppose really they were afraid that if they put up any white candidate would have beaten him, so they made sure that the shortlist didn't include anyone else. I suppose that was their fear. Hey, he seems to me.
Right, so they ran him on his own.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Sure.
See, what happens is you get the local management committee makes a short list of the applicants for the place, who all have to be approved by Tory Central Office. Tory Central Office persuaded them only to approve of one of them.
And he ran unopposed.
He ran unopposed. They could reject him or not,
Right.
but that was.
But they didn't reject him, and that's
They didn't
how
reject
he,
him, but
got in.
then there was some question about the rules of procedure being broken at the selection meeting. So it was a very unhappy lot of people altogether.
I bet. Hastings and Tunbridge and Tunbridge Wells. We had the idea we had made an error, but John's instinct had put him right. Right, John?
Looks that
Hey,
way.
look at this tire pile over here. That's quite a collection, isn't it?
Yep. It's where the castle is, or the place is.
I see, and that's the church on the hill.
Yeah.
I don't.
And that's the
and
house.
That's it. How about that? And what is that house called?
Penshurst Place.
And what transpired there? There it says Penshurst Place, 80 yards.
Well, it's you read about it. It's where we're coming to see it. It's the Sydney's house. Belongs to Lord Delisle.
All right. Open every day except Monday. So we're all right.
Oh, I rang them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I see.
That's how I know you're not going to let you in with that.
Oh, what a hedge, huh?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Bit of topiary, as they say.
It's a shame not to be able to go in. Not even inside the gate, huh?
I don't know.
I can't think
I
of
can't,
it.
I can't tell you that. Seriously?
I can walk with it,
Yeah.
and it's smart.
Yes.
It won't show that I'm walking.
No.
This is a beautiful old place in Kent. To the house. They have goldfish here?
Can't see any straight off. Well, I should think so, because I should think those wires keep the herons out.
U.
Yes.
H-E-W.
No.
Pardon?
Y-E.
Oh, the broad arrow.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of that, John?
Well, the thing is, you know how in American cartoons they always show convicts in stripes?
Yeah.
In English ones, they always show them in uniforms with that on.
With the broad arrow.
Because one of the, forget what the fellow was.
Information.
There's a note about a ginkgo tree there. It's that one over there.
That's right, yes.
That's the ginkgo tree. How old did they say that was, John?
They're odd plants. Very peculiar.
Beautiful U. And I'm panning back to the house. The nice thing about this, John, see, I can take a still. Look.
Yeah.
Look in there. See that?
Oh yes.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Very good. Yes. Yeah.
Beautiful. There's John and his brother walking down the lane.
If the sun is striking it, will give you the same time. So they've got 5 o'clock there from this gnome on down here, 5 o'clock up here from this one, and round here there's a line across going across here, which gives you the time, 5 o'clock. This one round here, it's out of the sun, so it doesn't
Right,
count.
but it's on three
Yeah.
sides
Yeah.
that you can get the actual time.
Yep.
That's fascinating, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm going to get another still here.
Well, it means, you know, if one of them showing the time clearly, you just look for another one and you get the time off it. And they're arranged so that you've got the maximum chance of getting it right. Somebody will have done the sums very carefully for each angle. Yeah, it's okay now. Wheels going round.
Another one of the many gardens.
Anyway,
Beautiful.
this whole idea of making it like a little house with room after room after room, you go through one after another.
That's what it amounts to, doesn't it?
Yeah. We've got red down the middle, white borders, and the blue's represented by the is it lavender? Probably lavender or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, definitely the... I love the way that cloud's going behind that.
Comes of the family that built this place. They picked it out in Box Hedge here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Otherwise we're locked in.
That's it, yeah.
We don't want to climb the wall, do we?
No.
To return to
Thamesmead, I suppose.
Thamesmead. Right.
I'll just go through the village and back again, eh?
Oh, that'd be nice. The Leicester Arms. With a hedge, you know?
Yeah. If you look up through between these two houses,
Are you? It's a nice little village.
isn't it? Yes.
But that's not part of the estate there, is it? That's a private home.
Well, yes. I mean, who knows these days? Could be that they still own the ground rents. It could be that they don't. I don't know. I just don't know what.
That's because of her build, huh?
That was especially for you, Rick.
Weald, W-E-A-L-D of Kent, right?
That's right, yes. Which is a ridge in between. You've got a saucer shape made by the North Downs and the South Downs with a hollow in between. But in the middle of that, there's this lump of something or other, it might be clay or something like that, called the Weald of Kent. We're on that at the moment. What you were talking about looking north was looking towards the North Downs across the intervening hollow.
I've been on the South Downs. There's nice rolling hills, and I went with John and Rosemary.
See that ridge over there is the North Downs.
It's great walking country, if you know what I mean. People like to walk down there.
Yes, you're allowed. But you're loading off now.
I love it. Well, that's all right. I got him. There he goes.